Pablo Escobar is one of the most talked about figures in modern history. Movies, TV series, documentaries, and countless books have been made about him. And yet, despite all of that, there are still details about his life that rarely get mentioned. That's exactly what we'll focus on today. If you enjoy videos about controversial personalities and shocking real-life facts, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for the support, and now let's begin. His full name was Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. He was born on December 1st, 1949, in Rio Negro, Colombia, but he grew up in Medellin. Escobar came from a poor family. His father worked as a farmer, and his mother was a primary school teacher. He had 6 siblings, 3 brothers and 3 sisters. From a very young age, Pablo showed a talent for making money. At school, he sold correct answers for exams, offered protection to weaker students, and always found a way to profit. Of course, for a small fee. At just 13 years old, Escobar started what would be his first and only official job. Together with his brother, he delivered dental prosthetics to dentists across Medellin, riding bicycles. When he received his first paycheck, he didn't save it or spend it wisely. Instead, the 2 brothers hired a sex worker. At first, they panicked and ran away, but then realized they had already paid, so they came back. This story was later described in the memoirs of Escobar's older brother. Even as a teenager, Pablo dreamed big. He wanted to become president of Colombia. He also made a dark promise to himself. If he didn't make $1 million by the age of 22, he would kill himself. At 22, he became a millionaire. Interestingly, his first million had nothing to do with drugs. Escobar made money through cigarette smuggling, selling fake lottery tickets, stealing tombstones, various small criminal schemes. Yes, he stole gravestones from cemeteries, erased the names, and resold them. By the time he turned 28, his criminal business portfolio included illegal import of electronics and alcohol car theft kidnappings. At that point, he was already a full-scale criminal. Everything changed when Escobar entered the cocaine trade. He and the Medellin cartel created one of the most sophisticated drug operations in history, controlling everything from coca cultivation to cocaine production and distribution in the United States. Deep in the jungle, they built entire hidden towns, schools, hospitals, cafeterias, satellite television rooms. Around 200 people lived and worked in these locations, sometimes multiple generations from the same families. Their philosophy was simple: plata o plomo, silver or lead. Take the bribe or take the bullet. At the peak of his power, Escobar was earning approximately $420 million per week, almost entirely in cash. Up to 15 tons of cocaine per day, around 80% of the cocaine entering the U.S. In the 1980s, pilots were paid hundreds of thousands of dollars daily. It's estimated that his total fortune reached $30 billion. Much of this money was hidden in suitcases buried or stored across Colombia. Even today, people search for the missing $10 billion that never appeared in government records. The cartel reportedly spent $2,500 per day just on rubber bands for cash bundles. Experts later estimated that $2.1 billion was destroyed by rats, moisture, and mold. The Nápoles estate. Escobar built an enormous private estate known as Hacienda Nápoles. It included a private gas station, airplane runway, helicopter pads, motocross track, artificial lakes, a zoo life-sized dinosaur statues. He owned giraffes, ostriches, elephants, hippos, and more. His favorite animal was a parrot he trained to say the names of famous Colombian football players. One night, a cat sneaked in and killed the parrot. The next morning, Escobar ordered that no cat was ever allowed on the estate again. All cats were shot. Escobar failed to become president, but he did enter politics as a congressman. He funded housing projects, schools, churches, and sports fields for the poor. Many people in Medellin began calling him Robin Hood. However, after being removed from politics, Escobar unleashed a wave of terror. Bombings, assassinations, a commercial airplane explosion, over 1,000 police officers killed, more than 200 judges murdered. At one point, he became more powerful than the Colombian state itself. In 1991, Escobar made a deal with the government. He would surrender, but only if he could build his own prison. The prison, known as La Catedral, featured a football field, a spa, a nightclub, a billiards room, a secret escape tunnel. Authorities confiscated 141 properties, 142 airplanes, 20 helicopters, 32 yachts, and this was only part of what he owned. Escobar's greatest fear was extradition to the United States. He famously said, "I'd rather have a grave in Colombia than a prison cell in the U.S." On December 2nd, 1993, just one day after his birthday, he was located in Medellin. After a chase across rooftops, he was killed. There are multiple theories: execution or suicide. Over 25,000 people attended his funeral. His grave became a pilgrimage site. People left letters, wishes, and touched the tombstone for luck. In 2006, DNA testing finally confirmed that Escobar was truly dead, ending rumors that he had escaped. Today, Hacienda Nápoles is a theme park visited by around 9,000 people every week. Pablo Escobar didn't leave behind a healthy legacy, but he did leave a myth: dark, violent, and unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and let me know in the comments which controversial figure you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.